Okay, today's date is 29th of November 2026. The time now is 2:27, 2:47 a.m. p.m. 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 2:47 p.m. So today I'm gonna try to not try to work with this kind of a mathematical model of time, space time. So you got I'm trying to take the naked man, the naked man problem, the naked man's problem, a naked man problem and hypothesis. Hypothesis is that he is naked. So when he's naked, I'm trying as Eze, if echo, Z for zebra, if echo, which means lead up, representing. I'm trying to clothe ourselves, clothe all of us, so we can have fashion and all the kind of stuff. But what is the naked man's problem? Now, the naked man's hypothesis is the fact that a man is naked, uh, you know, and it's not a good thing. It's not. It's good. It's only good for lovemaking. Good for lovemaking. And this is basically my own project. This is this project. So Ezra's project is basically is good for lovemaking, nakedness, nudity. Hypothetically, is good for love. Is also hypothetically is only good. It's only as good. It's only as good as lovemaking. And are you a lover or a fighter or a fighter? If you're only a lover, if it's a scale, you can model the scale. You can be a fighter. I can be a lover. But the goal is to have the goal of this is to have nudity framed as hypothetical model for what we're building and what we wear for the police for the security of the compound. So I'm gonna be building a family compound and see how to address insecurity and instability in the UK. So the naked man's hypothesis again is if you're a lover, you're gonna build gears. We're gonna build biometric suits, just for project's sake, my project to enhance the abilities of me, myself, and I, uh, which can biometric suits to enhance me, myself, and I. So a biometric suit basically enhances without. It's not prosthetic. It's not prosthetic. It's just enhancement of the body to the mind. Like double the jump. I'm gonna have an exoskeleton. So this is my presently exoskeleton you can wear on top of the biometric suit. You're gonna have a robot system, robotics. You're gonna have a cybernetics interface via augmented reality, which is called a visor. So you're gonna have a visor. You're gonna have a kind of the exoskeleton and the biometric interface. You're gonna have bionic suit, which is basically the prosthetic suits that's replaced and enhance real world functionality. But I'm really scared what I'm doing here. So naked man's problem is that he's naked. So he has to clothe himself with all the defense in the world. Not all the defense in the world, but all the things that allow him to be defended against. So defend against threats because he's naked. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to clothe us with kind of arsenal, an arsenal of my armory, exit armory. So I'm gonna have an armory in my compound. So I'm gonna have a armory compound, but I'm just gonna try to fill in the application today. So let me try to fill in the housing application. So let me try to fill in housing application. So I already got the application done. and basically trying to fill in the family compound application. So land development agency, not that one. Sensory rooms, not that one. Housing allotment, VRRC, Vision RC, RRC. So you're gonna have Vision RRC, Vision RRC. So to £7, but I don't know. V list allotments open. Woodford Bridge, Chippewa Road. IG1, Wanstead Park. The new Aromat opening in Wanstead Park. I've already been to Wanstead Park, but I don't know where the allotment is. Anyway, so it's clothing kind of the material of the system we're building for us, for all of us. Uh, uh, Furthermore, basically, the naked man's problem, or naked man's hypothesis, is that he is naked. End of story. It's like it's like it is naked. So it's a problem to address for kind of building security and welfare. And as my SJ, he wants to build his own suits and build his own bionic suits. I'm building my own armory. So my problem is to build my own armory in my own framework as this armory. So the responsibility armory is you're responsible for security and welfare. Security and welfare. And that's the goal. Security and welfare. To address insecurity and instability. Part of the Insignia Protocol ends November S for Sarah, I for Indigo, G for Gold, I for India, which is human rights protocol for him with humanitarian aid and support services. So basically, it's not guns per se. It's just a lot of things that address kind of Power Ranger kind of a Power Ranger suit or Batman suit. So you're gonna have the kind of a Power Rangers or Batman suit. You know, uh, Power Rangers or Batman suit, which address the kind of problem in the jurisdiction of security and welfare. I'm building my own. I fought for security, so if I can make a gun, I would do it. But I have to address the kind of gun making laws in the UK. That's what it is. So that's it. I said what I wanted to do. If they don't want me to do my business, I'll go to Nigeria to do my business. That's what I have to say to the courts. If they don't want me to do my business, go to Nigeria to do my business. That's what I have to say, and I'll be fine. I won't be locked up here. You know. So, what else? What else? What else is this? So you're gonna have a man is a naked citizen. That's the first problem. The second problem I wanted to describe today was what I was working on for a long time. So it's a two poles. Wait, what's it called? The A satellite and broadcast system. So I'm trying to take the Muko connect strings and trying to connect to the future. So basically I'm trying to trying to see what I can pull information from the future as part of a system. So sounds crazy, but hypothetically it's possible. So I'm trying to put, for example, you gotta have the single protocol, receiver and verifier, and the verifier will have to verify some kind of packet from the future. So how will this work? So you're gonna have one pole which is have a consensus pole, which is modeled as this. So the consensus pole is modeled as something that's coherent. For example, you have receiver, transmitter, and verifier. So so say one pole called knowledge pole, knowledge, or Uche. My voice is really low. Send a stream of bytes to send some kind of stream of bytes to another program. So knowledge.exe sends transmits information to a verifier called verifier Uche Uche you know Uche. So the goal is to have the medium make some kind of wave information that has been defined. So you have some implicitly defined information in of time, in of time in space. This is basically the universe giving us a hindsight. So it's a hindsight model. I like to call it a hindsight model because it hasn't been defined before. So basically, which SJ would so basically get the implicit message in that pattern that's been defined, but probably gets in time, and that time is the execution time of the universe sending us probably get in our lattice in that space. So this is how it works. So mathematically, I'm not trying to formalize it now. So a channel zero or channel one receiver, nah, doesn't make any sense. Okay. Channel one, channel zero transmitter sends a string of bytes. So a string of connection bytes. So you get a connection is defined as no noise, as noise, uh, uh, no noise, no signal. Channel one receiver is defined as receiving the bytes from channel one, channel zero, channel one, A and B. So channel zero is transmitter, channel one is receiver, but they are using a broadcast spectrum. Basically, you can both broadcast, wait, broadcast messages to all channels of channel zero, channel two. So channel two will verify there's a message there. You know, so they're channels that have transmitter, receiver, and verifier. So I'm trying to model it properly so my system will not break. So you have channel zero transmitter, a connection of no noise, no signal, no noise, no signal, signal. And this will be information packet. This is micro no signal system. Everything is a tuple of signal. So a tuple is defined as a connection tuple is defined as a four state of signal. And any information which is a payload that's called the payload that means something that can be interpreted via a system can be a system that means something. So the channel zero is a transmitter. So one is the receiver, which is the main receiver, or the IOTA receiver, the default receiver called IOTA, in IOTA state. And you're gonna have a verifier. Now, the verifier it's gonna receive information on future. So it's a satellite. So think of it as satellite. So a satellite is good at receiving information. So a satellite is basically a system that's receiving information, receiving. So you're gonna have a satellite and a broadcaster. You're gonna have broadcaster so you're gonna look at the space around you. You're gonna be looking at orientation. So it's gonna be on like a radar system. Think of it as a radar system. Basically, it's a radar system. It's a radar system that gives you information of space in time. So basically, it's just an experimental model of seeing what is in front of us with radar. So basically, it's radar. It's radar not. It's basically it's radar system. It's a radar system, but it operates in time of space. It looks at space and observes time. It observes space. Um, it observes space of space in time, of time in space. It looks at the space. You got the different model. I don't want to get this wrong. It sounds very hypothetical, but if I can do this properly with a program of space in time. So it looks at space for time. It looks for time in space. So basically, you go to have time. Give something coherence. So you can have some compact. So have some picture. Basically, you can look at here. This you can observe something that basically it should work. This is all theory, by the way. But you go to have something. Look up. Look at basically look where something's gonna be in time of space in time. So you're gonna look at space or look for something that's to be in time. So at what interval this will be something to get some kind of meaning from the information of the packet, and that's the goal of the whole system. So my battery running low now, so I have to turn it off and see how this will begin. As to see what happens here. So that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna have all this person working on, but this is my first product. So it's a very very small product I've seen here, but it's gonna make big changes. So into my defense model, but the naked man so will not be naked. Kind of aspect of warfare. And we're gonna have a security. You're gonna have OBNX. You're gonna have something working for all of us.